Barcelona 3, Benfica 1, 4-1 on aggregate. 5 things we learned from this game. Immediate reaction. Here we go. The first thing is the mentality of this team. I keep talking about it because it needs to be mentioned. Now, of course, after the unfortunate events that happened earlier with the club doctor, I thought this might be a game where the team just mentally is not there, it's not focused, it's normal, right? There's bigger things to life than just football, right? But it didn't seem like that. It seemed like they went out there and they performed like they usually did. And you have to commend them for that because it's a difficult position. Mentally, physically wise, they had the same amount of rest as Benfica. They had a whole week off, but they wouldn't have taken that physical rest considering what happened. So yeah, number one is the mentality this team is showing, especially in the Champions League this season, has been immense. Number two is Rafinha. I don't care what anyone says. This guy is the Ballond'Or winner. He's the first Brazilian in history to get 11 Champions League goals in a season. Not Vini, not Neymar, nobody. Rafinha. And we're not even the quarters yet. If Rafinha keeps performing like this, I'm looking at that Ronaldo record. I'm looking at that Ronaldo record. I'm just saying, Barca wins that Champions League. Who is to say that he should not be a Ballon d'Or winner? I respect Salah. I really like Salah. I said this in my last video. I really like Salah. But there's a difference between what Rafinha is doing and what Salah is doing. You can have your stat pad sessions wherever you want. You can have your penalties whenever you want. But when it comes down to it, the big games, the big moments, who shows up? Rafinha is that guy this season. He's the biggest big game player in the world. And honestly, again, I think trophies will decide it. But for me, anyone that says that the Ballon d'Or is set for Salah already, I'm sorry, you haven't noticed like the way the Ballon d'Or works. Trophies always decided. They're a major factor. And if Rafinha and Barcelona continue to play like they are, which I think they will, and they win this Champions League, Rafinha can actually land a Ballon d'Or before Vinicius Jr. and Neymar. That's insane. But it'll be earned. Now, number 3 on my list is Lamine Yamal. This guy is the most talented player in the world. He's the best footballer in the world, right? Maybe statistically he's not up there with the likes of Rafinha, Salah, etc., right? But what this guy does every game, creating, dribbling, he's that guy. He's that guy. This is generation's best number 10, best talent. First of all, he set Fiorentino Ruiz on his back, to put it nicely, and gave a perfect ball to Rafinha to tap it in. Not many players can do that. It looks easy, but Fiorentino Ruiz is a great player. He makes it look easy. And to top it off, later on, he picks up the ball from the right side of the pitch and drops it outside the box, top left corner, curved chip. Who does that? Masterclass. Just from those two actions right there, those are not regular player actions. That's why I keep saying about people who down Lamine Yamal because of stats. I don't care about his stats. He will grow into them. The eye test suggests that there's a player here. There's a goal scorer here. There's a guy that can score 30, 40 goals, no problem here. I don't care if he's not giving me 20, 30 goals a season now. He's 17. He's doing more than enough. And I really hope it doesn't get to his head. And it seems like all the media, they're pressuring him so it does change the way he plays. The Spanish media is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But that's what they're trying to do there. That means just relax, just play your game. Barcelona fans are happy with him. That's all that matters. If he keeps performing like this, I think he'll be a top 5 Ballon d'Or shouts. Maybe even top 3 if he does well in the biggest games. But yeah, that means a world-class performance. Number 3 now, from 3 positive topic points to a more negative one. Lewandowski should have had at least 1 or 2 goals this season. Lewandowski, I don't know what's happened to this guy, but I don't know how. First of all, I don't know how he's the top goal scorer in Europe's top 5 leagues. That's insane to me. Because I feel like I don't remember the last time this guy scored. The amount of chances that this guy misses every weekday. And you know, every time when I think about the transfer market and what targets Barcelona should go for, I'm like, striker, you know, they got Lewandowski, blah, blah. But then I watch the games and I'm like, no, this club needs another striker. A younger Lewandowski gets a hat trick here. A prime Lewandowski gets a hat trick here. I don't know what's wrong with him, but even the touches, he controls the ball. But instead of giving it away and immediately going to the counterattack, just tries to control it, tries to keep people off, but for no reason when he can just pass the damn ball. I don't know, like, what's wrong with him. Well, I mean, in his age, right? I kind of do know what's wrong with him, but Sometimes I'm like, man, like who would this team be with a proper striker that's younger? Lewandowski, for all the good things that Barcelona did today, he's probably the only player I'll say had a bad game. Out of 11 players, he was the only one I think disappointed today. And he had a full week's of rest too. And number five, last but not least, is the overall midfield. I want to talk about the way that Pedri, Frankie de Jong, and Olmo controlled that midfield today. It's ridiculous. The touches, the controls, the through balls, the chances they had. Frankie de Jong and Olmo should have both had a goal, to be honest with you. There's three what I consider more offensive, more creative midfielders in one. Like no defensive midfielder there. None of that. And it worked brilliantly. And I mean, Pedri and Frankie, when one guy goes ahead, the other guy steps back, the other guy controls, and then the other guy springs forward. And like you cannot get the ball off them because you press one of them, the other one is so free that his passing range is going to be perfect. It's brilliant. And Olmo, his touches, the way he gets in the box, the danger he creates. If you focus too much on Lewandowski and man marking, Rafinha is going to be free. If you focus on Rafinha, Lamine Yamal is going to have the ball and he's going to destroy you. But if you focus on Lamine Yamal, Olmo is just going to sneak in there and do something out of nowhere too. Like in terms of midfield, Barcelona has the most adaptable midfield in the world and the most options in midfield in the world. So that's my number five spot. Special honorable mention to Balde. I think Balde this season has been the best left back in the world. Flick has managed him perfectly in terms of his physique, and I'm so happy with Balde this season. This is the Balde we missed in his first season under Xavi, and this is the Balde that we need if we're going to go far in the Champions League. He carries that left flank when Rafinha goes inside. And often he never gets mentioned amongst the best players in the world. But yeah, man, that's all for me for this game. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you watch the video. It really does help with the algorithm. I appreciate you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Madrid Derby is coming up, and we will be covering that with great intent. We will be here if Alvarez drops a dagger. Well, that's it, guys. Peace out.